the lack of money brought us a lot of opportunities to make more money.
Right. Well, especially when you're innovative and creative, when you don't just sit there in it and say, I'm broke. You're like,
Yes.
yeah, I'm broke,
Yes.
but there's a fix to this. Y'all, today's show is so good.
But number one, I've never seen an intro like that.
It is my hope and desire that not only will episode 30 still be fun, but episode 300 will be even more fun. You were made for something great, so go and be awesome.
Ten seconds remaining.
And welcome to the show. My name is Renee Hastings, and I'm your host of Renee Speaks. Y'all, I am so excited. This episode is brought to you by Executive Help Now. At Executive Help Now, a virtual assistant service agency, we're all about simplifying your business so you can focus on what really matters. From streamlining operations to managing administrative tasks and keeping everything organized, our team is here to help you and your team thrive. If you're ready to make life a little bit easier and make a difference, give us a call at 678-782-8820 or hit us up on the web at www.executivehelpnow.org. Y'all, today's guest is amazing. I'm so super excited to share on this Valentine's Day a couple that is so near and dear to my heart. Loiny and Matos are husband and wife, a team from Brazil, and together they have built M&M Stone Design on passion, hard work, and dedication. Matos, a top professional in the stone industry since 2005, and Loiny, they both fell in love with the craft while in the United States, and they turned their vision into a thriving business. Together, they balance entrepreneurship, quality craftsmanship, and family life. Y'all put your hands together for Loiny Matos.
Let me cheer you. This is awesome. Thank you, Renee. This is awesome. I love the introduction. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for being here. I'm so excited to have you on the show and have you represent for the family. You and Matos have done nothing short of amazing of building a business that truly is in practically every home or soon to be practically in every home in the area. You guys have worked through some really tough times and gotten through, learned some major lessons, and you're still madly in love with one another. So I cannot wait to learn more about how you do it, like what is all involved in doing life together at work, doing life together at home, doing life together as parents, balancing it all. It cannot be easy. So why don't you start out by telling us a little bit about your journey? How did the two of you meet each other?
Okay. Thank you again. Thank you for allowing me to be here today, and my husband. And just as part of the introduction and, this opportunity and just speaking in pro of the family, this is what's about. So my husband is not able to be here today because he has to take care of some last minute emergency that happens when you are the business owner, when you are the one that is responsible to take care of basically everything in the business. and being also a part of a family that that weighs you in a lot. So there's two sides of the story. When you work with your husband, with your partner, you can choose that to be an opportunity so you both work together and make it happen. And so when one is available to be in the business, the other one will show up to family gatherings, kids necessities that needs to be presented there. And when the other one is not available, the other one shows up for the other side of it. Okay.
Right.
I think I can better rephrase that if that's possible.
So would you say that that was something that drew you to him, though? Like, you kind of saw that in him when you first met, his ability to be there for you, and which kind of led to a desire for you to want to be there for him?
Yes, it was our life was not planned by us. I say it was an accident and a will of God. We've had our path crossed in a way that if we were to choose, we'll probably make better choices now that we have grown up and have a very better experience of life. But Matos, it's a go-getter, a visionary, and he's that brave man. He's strong and has so much potential. I'm the one that tries to plan. I try to analyze how things are going to get done, and not necessarily because I'm a woman, but also because I take care of most of the numbers of the business. So I believe that brave spirit that he has drew my cautious spirit that I have, and maybe my way of analyze things and make things happen, set a plan to make things happen, maybe drew myself into him too. I believe.
Right.
I believe so. We've been together since 2015, and we met in the business industry. He was doing that for a long time, and our story is beautiful because it goes back to his story. He was a countertop installer, and with time he had opportunity in the field to meet good and reliable, what we call it, doing network. So he met contacts, contractors, builders, and that just happened naturally when they started to want to have when English is not a second language, it's not your first language, this is what happens between your
It's okay.
Matos. And again, just going back on that, and I think this is very important, Matos has gone to school in the States for a month. And that guy is gifted. That guy's gifted because he's able to communicate with contractors, builders, close commercial contracts, and again, keep having a good vision for the business. And yes, we started with a countertop, selling countertops, from installing countertops. That's what he was doing. And then he had opportunities to sell countertops. And when life brought us together, me being a sales agent and him being installing, our business started growing and growing until to a point that we became partner of a different business, that it was exactly where his story started. Long story short, year 2024, that was the business that we were able to purchase 100%. So we own 100% for that. Glory to God. He has made that happen. And because we're telling a story, I need to put a pause there, because long ago, when Matos came to America, he had an opportunity to come to this business and allow him to work as a mere helper. He knew nothing about the business. So he came to be one of the labor and learn how the fabricators did the project. He learned how the installers did the project. And he had a major accident that almost took his life away. He was in coma for a week, but God brought him back. And I believe that God has a plan in his life that is yet to fulfill. And we keep strong into that promise. Once he came back, he had an opportunity to come inside that office of that business. While he was inside that office, he was able to learn what it is a customer service. Not that you learn what's a customer service. Some knowledge, I think you're gifted with it. And I believe that's from him. That's genuine. That's authentic from him. So he learned the process inside the office. And again, he felt better. He got better. He, what's the word? He was able to come back to the field and actually go back to doing installation. He stayed on that business for quite a few years. And yes, he had other better opportunities, and he went and took it with other business. A few years later, when we were already together, he got a call, and the owner of that business said, "We really need your help. There's this customer that we need your support. I believe that you can go there and fix this that's happening into their countertops." And it sounds very serious, but it is what we do. We take every single customer and takes care just like it was our home. So he goes there and he does that job for that company that he started long ago. And they started having relationship once again. And what happened? He learns that the business is not doing well from serving, thousands and thousands Georgian homes. That business is not doing well. And he has a will. He started, let me see what I can do. I want to help you guys. And he started doing business with them. And he to be a partner of business.
Oh, wait, hold on. You kind of broke up a little bit. So I heard the last part I heard you say was he was in the back with a company that was in thousands of Georgia homes, and he wanted to help. Ask them how he could help. And then what happened?
Matos joined in back with the business with purchasing some share in the business, and from the business serving about 7 stores to Home Depot. So this business that we had was a Home Depot service provider for countertops. So from that business serving 7 stores, within a year, we went back to 10, 12 stores. With another year, we were able to reach back another state. And also, we are over 30 stores now.
Wow.
So, yes.
We need a hand clap sound effect for that. That is fantastic. Wow. Congratulations. That's quite expansive growth.
Yes. And I believe this is what drew me most into him, that will, that power. When he puts his attention into it, that's what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to make it happen. And he has that. For me, he's my husband, and I'm going to have to say he's my hero, and he has become a hero for so many people. And just looking back, it was myself, him, and another helper that was helping him doing the installation. But just fast forward to 2025, we support about 32 families. That's the amount of collaborators, direct collaborators that we support. And we feel responsible to bring and meet ends meet for every single one of them.
Wow.
That's
fantastic. There we go with the hand clap. Thank you. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. When you're responsible for the livelihood of 32 people, that's a big deal. And there's so much. I love your story about Matos and his drive. And he was learning so many different things, gaining knowledge no matter where he went, no matter what his role was, he learned more and more and more. And all of that education, all of that knowledge built on itself, it seems like he grew in knowledge. And because he was growing in knowledge, he was now able to apply what he learned in these different circumstances. And then I love how he got a call right out of the blue. And somebody said, can you come help us? And he said, yes. I mean, trust and believe, there are no accidents. You and I both know, we are both women of faith. Yeah. And we know that the people who cross our paths for a reason. We don't always know what it is, but it's serving a bigger purpose than what we currently know. So I'm just so grateful that Matos didn't just brush it off, didn't say no, but he said yes. And it's because he said yes to this opportunity that more and more and more doors opened for him. And then the two of you got a chance to meet along the way and then join forces with your opposite. I'm going to say opposites in air quotes because there's a balance to every business owner. Some business owners naturally have the drive. Some business owners naturally have the strategic organization. And when you marry them up together, that is perfection. That is exactly what you need. And then whatever you don't have, you hire somebody to do it.
Yes,
right?
Yes. And like I said in the beginning, we didn't plan for this. It happened like someone said, I need your help. And that authentic will of him, yes, I can help you. I'll find a way to help you. So one thing started building up to another. And until, one thing I do have to say, until you become built up around such a field and people around you and a company, a business, and a industry. And then you just go, I remember from doing our taxes, we barely made $100,000 to get $100,000 together to what the business it is today. I was like, I could not believe, I sometimes cannot believe, not in a lifetime, I can put myself back in my hometown where I come from and say, Loiny, 2025, you're going to be, you and your husband will be overlooking over 32 families, and you will be responsible for them in some way. So I just go back about two or three, about 2.5 years ago, when the lack of knowledge and structure hits you, because you really need, there's a point that there's so much you can be blessed and take day by day without doing the right research, gathering the right tools, and really specialize on what you need to specialize so you can really get to the next level. So you can really take the opportunities in your hands and really bless the people around you.
Right. Absolutely. I think your story is so inspirational, because there are so many entrepreneurs who started from such meager beginnings. I'm one of them. You know, uh, I can relate to, on some level, what it's like to start from practically nothing and then grow in knowledge and experience and connections to then building a business with, referral business and friends that continue to share information about us and our business with their networks of people. So I understand and I completely agree that what got you to this particular place, you need new systems and structure to take you to that next level. Absolutely.
Yes,
100%.
yes, for sure. So I remember like being overwhelmed with all the to-do lists, the payroll, vendors, suppliers. And then I had that moment I had to close my door and I asked God, what am I doing here? What do you want from me? And going back on that day and just like now trying, and I still ask God, what do you want from me, Lord? What do you really want from me? And I'm still waiting. I know whenever I ask that question, in some ways he will bring that answer. But again, somehow he made me realize, look at how much revenue your business have done. And we were probably about 2.1 million.
Wow.
What
Wow.
is that? And then I looked at my roster, and there, that moment it was about 24 people, if I remember correctly. And then I realized this is 24 families that are relying on what we say we can do, on what we say we can deliver it. And it started with me visiting a homeowner saying, let me look at your space, try to talk to me, what's your vision for your new kitchen or for your new bathroom it is, and let me try to help you. And I'll take notes, I'll see pictures for inspiration. And just from doing one sale, that kind of grew so much to now me capacitating other sales agents. Of course, sometimes you hire sales agents that already have the knowledge for, but it was authentic from me, and it was also authentic from my husband. And now going back to that responsibility, and that was an open eyes and like it kind of blew my mind. This is what you're here for. So concentrate on the now, because I remember sometimes we can get so distracted going to so many points, and we hear the words, the world, you need to multitask, especially us being a woman. I remember I had, on that time, my second child, it was about 9 months old, because that really got me strong. And I had that mom guilt, not being able to spend as much time with my child. And you have your husband, even though we work together, we need to be able to separate that.
Right.
And so all that responsibility. But the one thing that hit me, you are the one that I chose to make it ends meet for those family. And I'm going to help you that. And ever since, I've been trying to find tools to help stabilize our business, to make the life of our employees and collaborators more pleasant, and of course serve our customer better with the best product, with our showroom. We love our showroom. We're always expanding and trying to make it more beautiful, so when our customers go there, they can see and try to envision them in their own space too.
Yes, I love your showroom. It is a beautiful showroom. And if y'all are in the Atlanta area, you must go to the M&M Stone Design showroom, because it is absolutely fabulous. It is truly a beautiful setup of what could be. So many people, especially I think during the pandemic, put a lot of time and effort into their homes because they couldn't do anything else. We were all stuck at the house. And so putting a lot of time and effort and energy into, beautifying our spaces and increasing our home values, hopefully. But I love how you, Loiny, went into the homes of an actual customer and said, tell me what your vision is. What do you want this to look like? Currently, maybe they had, wooden, brown wood cabinets or something, and they really wanted to lighten it up. And so they envisioned bright white cabinets or countertops that were nice and had some marbling through it or whatever it looked like. There's so many different materials, so many different products, so many different options. And I love that your store has such a great representation of them for people to choose from. So, and I also appreciate your transparency when you're talking about the mom guilt that you have as a wife and as a mother and as a business owner and working with your husband. That can't be easy. There's a super challenge, I think. I mean, it's a challenging situation to begin with, but when you mesh all of that together, it's easy to see how it can feel sometimes overwhelming, and you need more to understand how you can get more balance and what does that look like. So, but as you're thinking about the success of your business, would you attribute the success of your business as a married couple to the fact that you all have alone time together? Or do you think that there is a need for a community of other married couples to help you all thrive as business partners?
That is an interesting question that if you ask me that question 6 months ago, it would be one answer, but now it's a different answer because you keep hearing your calling. So there's a season for everything. Before my answer, I need to say that. So because we were planting so much, we still are, but because we were planting so much into the business, because we were really, putting on the shirt, that's what we say, like we dress up the shirt and we go to work and we show up, and we were there again. So we had our showroom full of people. We were always visiting our customers' home. And again, our customers were like family. They opened the doors for us. So we would go there, we would listen to them. And sometimes we do get intimate with our customers. We love that part, that bond that we create as well. So about 6 months ago, I would say that the way that made us thrive was because there was a moment that we needed to be alone, just us two, because we're always constantly with other people, so that necessity of being husband and wife together. Okay, right now it's husband and wife. It's not M&M, it's Stone Design. It's not the other businesses matters. It's us here. It's not kids. But right now we are in a season that we've been learning that whatever we learned from this past 10 years, we need to pour it out there. So we've been searching, and we've been doing that on being closer to other couples, particularly other couples or other human beings that are thriving to be together as a couple, whether they're working together or not. But I believe that if we can express and being transparent and honest from our experiences that we had, we can help other couples too. So, and in a way, me listening to my husband being transparent about our relationship, it makes me feel so proud of him. It makes me love him even more. And I just want more of this,
I love that. I love that. And I can definitely relate to that. When you see your husband in that leadership role, taking a spiritual lead in the home and wanting to set an example for other couples out there, it really does endear them to you, because it's like, yes, this is my hero. You know, he is for me, he's mine, and I'm his, and it truly is it like melts your heart. It's just it's so beautiful, and it's just so wonderful to be in a position like that, to have such a loving, caring, kind husband who not only is a great provider, but also who wants to take care of you and set an example of what that looks like for other people who may not have very great role models, or maybe struggling in their marriage and may want to know, well, how can I be a better husband? You know, and to hear your husband speak, it's like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yes, yes. And again, our relationship hasn't been in the best portrait throughout this 10 years. We've had a lot of up and downs, but then there was that day that I realized, what is my position as the woman of the relationship, not the woman of the business or our husband, wife, but what is my position here of me being called the woman? And I realized that I needed to submit more to him so he can actually be and feel stronger at what he already was, for sure. That made a big difference when I realized that I needed to, I'm looking for the words, that's probably going to come out in about 3 seconds. When I realized that he needed to feel that I see in him that he is my provider, that he's my protector, and that he's mine.
Yes. That is great. I think, and we've heard it said so many times, that men need respect and women need love. And when we submit to our husbands and allow them to lead and let them have the final say and follow their guidance and their direction, that really builds them up. Although, you know, some women have a difficult time with that S word. It can be a challenge, you know, when you've got strong, independent women who are running businesses, doing the thing, providing the opportunities, and being super successful. When you marry that, you know, combine that with the word submission, it's like, that's almost a cuss word. You know what I mean? And we don't ever want that to be our case, our situation, you know, as women of God who love our husbands and know the proper order of things. That first is God, then there is the husband, and then the wife, and the wife is submitted to the husband because the husband is submitted to God. Yeah. You know, so we can safely put our trust there because, you know, he's demonstrated his love for God and how he wants to be like Christ and how he treats us. So it's easy.
Yes, absolutely. And when we look at our husband and allow him to be seen, yes, you are the one that I look for at all times. You are the one that I'm looking for to protect me. You are the one that I'm looking for to provide me, even though I'm the one that I'm looking at the book. I'm the one that's looking at the numbers, and you're telling me we're going to, you know, do A, B, and C, but I'm looking at the numbers and I don't see that happen. We need to submit to him, and I understand and I see what you're telling me, but I do need to show you this so you are aware that there's need to be a plan for us to get there. And us, when we are a woman and you're dealing with a man, we definitely need to check on our word choices and the tone of voices, the tone of our voice, the way it comes out of us. Because sometimes we can be so hold up by our emotions, and it's not that we want to hurt the other person, but if the message comes across in a way not so softly, him being a man is not going to get the message that you wanted, that you need, not that you wanted to, but that you need him to receive. So we need to be intelligent enough, emotionally intelligent enough to breathe in sometimes to the informations that we have and bring it to your significant other, whether you work with him or not, so he can support you, so he can see in you, I am your partner. We are in this together. I'm not your enemy. We're not, because sometimes relationship can almost become husband and wife. They're enemy to each other, and that's not it. They're together for one single purpose, to bring the house, the family, the home together in peace. And it comes back to the woman, to our intelligence, our emotional intelligence on how we approach the messages that we have. Things can be all crazy, but we can get that all crazy message and deliver in a way that smart, intelligent, brave man, oh, okay, I have a solution for that.
Right. Absolutely. Because they're fixers. They are fixers. Most men are fixers. They hear a problem, they analyze it in like 3 seconds, and then they're like, this is what you need to do. But that's not always what we want to hear. It's like, I just want to say all of these words just to get them all out of my head and out of my heart and off my chest. I just want to get it out. I don't need you to fix it. You know? But I really just appreciate the point that you made about, being there together. You are partners. You are there for one another. And it's important to not lose yourself in the business so much when you are, husband and wife in marriage, and you are, you have to remember that, yes, this is my husband. We have a life outside of the business, outside of the children, outside of all of the people we're responsible for. It's us. It's us. And we need to keep it us because you don't want to lose that. But like you said, every relationship has its ups and downs. And it's how you work through the down times that help you get to back up again, because it's a constant ebb and flow. It's a journey. It's a complete and total journey. And there was something else that you had mentioned that the thought left me right now, but when it comes back, I'm going to definitely ask you about it. So until it comes back, I'm going to ask you about some of the biggest challenges when you were starting M&M Stone Design and how you overcame those challenges.
Before M&M Stone Design, there was M&M Installation. That's how we started. And the biggest challenge, but also the solution, because when we have a problem, that means that we need to find a solution. It was a lack of money. We didn't have money. And Matos had a past relationship. And from that, he had 2 beautiful kids that he needed to provide for. I, in the other hand, was single and I didn't have no one to take care of it. So it was easier for me, but he has that baggage, that responsibility that he needed to make sure that they were provided for. So we had the lack of money. Once you have a lack of money, you need to find ways to create money. So you have an opportunity. How can I do that? Oh, you install countertop. Can you also sell? What can I do to sell? So, and then me being able to sell countertops, we started creating relationships with our vendors, with our suppliers. But in the beginning, the biggest challenge is the lack of money and creating a relationship from a business that's nothing. And as you know, we are immigrants and we thrive to speak English the best way possible. Not everyone is as welcoming and forgiving when you trip on your words. So again, I apologize in advance here. And
you're doing fine.
And yeah, I think that's the biggest challenge that we've always had to overcome. But because of that, we've always been able to get to the next level. Yeah,
Right.
we're always moving up. And how can we find other ways to bring more money to the business? How can we find more partners? How can we provide more options? Because sometimes we go to a customer's house and they want a specific brand, but because we're so small, we didn't have a relationship with that brand. And they're right now, M&M's proud is a proud business to say that we work and we offer every single brand throughout the state, not only for slabs, but tiles, flooring. We also sell cabinetry, and we now provide shower glasses for our customers. So we've learned that the more we can offer for our customers, the more opportunity we have for us. And therefore we keep growing. So it's the lack of money brought us a lot of opportunities to make more money.
Right. Well, especially when you're innovative and creative, when you don't just sit there in it and say, I'm broke. You're like, yeah, I'm broke, but there's a fix to this. Let's go out and let's do this and let's do that. And let's make this friend and let's meet these people and let's expand our service offerings or our product offerings or whatever that looks like. So you didn't just sit there in it. You found yourself in a situation and you were like, this is awful. Don't want to stay here. How can we get out? How can we make things better? What do we have to do? And the point I wanted to make before was when you were talking about how we have to, as women, watch our words and how we say what we say, and how he may have a big idea of he wants to do this, 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 and that. And then you're looking at the books and you're like, but these, numbers ain't numbering right. And that made me think about the fact that sometimes one of us in the relationship, whether it's the husband or the wife, may have just such faith, like these big, hairy, audacious goals that only God can make happen. But it's in their heart, it's in their spirit, and they're sharing that with us as their partner. And so who are we really to crush their spirit if this is something that God has put in them, a desire that they have? Do you know what I mean? And so
Absolutely.
We have to be so careful about telling people what can't be done, because nothing is too hard for God. Nothing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
At all.
I got chills right now. I got chills right now because that is one thing that I pray to God every single day. Please, God, increase my faith in you. Because again, when you're looking at the numbers and the numbers don't go right, doesn't look, no, we can't do this. But then he comes to you, but this is what we need to do, because this is what's going to deliver a better product for our customer. This is how we're going to present us better. Like, for example, I remember when we had first opened our shop and we had purchased such a, I want to say, remember when we had internet, dial internet, it go like with that sound. So the first machine that we purchased to cut countertops, that was probably something like that. But we purchased that in faith. Then we were invited to go to this fair where they were going to show us some other machines. And then I remember Matos, this is the one we're going to have. That was 10 times more expensive than the one that we had to finance to put in our shop. I'm like, okay, all right, yes to that. I believe in that. And 2 days later, we had that installed in our shop.
Wow.
And then, glory to God, because we were able to utilize our tools, our strategies, and for what? To bring better products to our customers, to serve everyone with excellence. Our employees, our collaborators were able to work in a more pleasant way to do it. So whenever we hear his idea, instead of me saying no right away, what I tell him, let's pray about it. Okay, let's pray about it. And if it is to happen, God is going to make a way.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And I love it when you combine your faith together. That is so fantastic. When you are united, not only in, decisions or whatever for the house, but when you partner together and approaching God together in unity with a desire, God knows the desires of our hearts. And so he will make it clear and make it plain to both of you, not just to one of you, but to both of you, and give you a peace about it. Even if you don't understand it, you'll get a peace about it that will let you know, okay, this God's got all this. I don't have, we can go through the motions of doing all the things. So we can't ask God to bless something and then not do anything. We still have to do the work, and he blesses the work that he has for you. If he's gonna have you go to another level, he's gonna be the one opening the door, but you still got to be the one to actually walk through. Right?
Yes.
So it's a great feeling to know that you're not doing this alone. You're not building something alone, that this business is dedicated to God for his glory, to benefit all of these families. And the benefit to these families has such a ripple effect, not just on them personally, but their entire communities where they live, because they are now able to be a blessing to other people because you have blessed them with jobs. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And for us, our greatest, obviously, we need to get the jobs paid for it. We need that part too. But for the one thing that really fills our heart, it's when we have that one customer comes back to our showroom and say, I just want to tell you that I absolutely love my new kitchen. I enjoy it so much. I know I came here for this, but you helped me choose exactly what I needed, and I am very grateful for that. Or when we get a phone call, I'm enjoying so much. It's lovely, it's beautiful. Because when you're going through transformation, not only individually, but on your home, it gets that anxiety. You get anxious about it. So sometimes you need that outside support to kind of really need to guide you through the way. So whenever we have our customer come into us or we go to their homes, it's really important that, what do you want? What exactly do you want? Why are you upgrading your home because this is your forever home? Or are you putting it for a resale market? Well, if it's a resale market, we'll try to make the best of the investment that you're making, because then you don't need to put as much as filling, but you want to make sure that you're going to increase the value once you put into the market. But if our customer tells us, no, this is my home, I plan to live here at least 5-10 more years, or if it's a forever home, we love taking care of that. It's what we love the most. Like, we call it our loving project, that the custom part of it to the delivery from start to finish.
I love it. And the point you made about transformation is so true. Like, when people are renovating, going through a renovation, I don't know how many people in the audience have ever gone through a renovation, but during the pandemic, we went through a lot of renovation, but inside the house, outside, it was a lot. And when the biggest difference has been our kitchen. And we pulled everything, gutted the whole kitchen. There was nothing in the kitchen, no appliance, no counters, no cabinets, no nothing. It was just walls. We pulled everything off, and there was dust and debris and nails and lumber and all the things just everywhere. And so when you're in that kind of environment, it's all disheveled and disorderly and covered in plastic and all just everything. that can really be a stressful and trying time, as you're starting from scratch, from a foundation that is just a blank canvas. But then it gives you that hope. It's like, it could be anything. This new blank canvas is going to be my absolute dream kitchen. And so as you see it start to come together, with the cabinets and then, or with the paint and doing all the things you have to do to prep for the painting and all the things. And then the cabinets go back in, and then the countertops come back in, and then the appliances come back in. And then you look around at your new kitchen and you're just like, oh my word, I just can't even believe the difference. And so that transformative process is so emotionally draining, because it's like a roller coaster, because you don't know what you're going to find, first of all, behind the walls. And in the installation, you're hoping and praying that the installers are doing a good job and that they're doing it the right way, and that it's going to last for those 5 or 10 years, or however long it's supposed to last for if this is your forever home, for forever. So that can all be so stressful on a relationship and in a marriage and that sort of thing. But I love how you and your company really take a personal interest in your customers and their experience, knowing firsthand what it is that they're dealing with and meeting them in that emotional place, and then providing them with this fantastic end result.
Yes. And because our main product that we serve is the countertops, that's our main project. But again, we serve with all the other products as well. That's our opportunities out there. And it's a different process. If you come through us just to buy your countertops, we'll tell you exactly how the process is going to be from start to finish. And we'll have our customer support to let you know, when our agent is going to come in the first part of the project, then when fabrication is going to happen, if your material has arrived, if you'd like to see it in person, you can come to our showroom and see the material in person before we start fabrication. And then we'll communicate with you when installation is going to happen, how the installation process is going to happen. And then the farewell part, when we say, okay, job is completed, please take a look, let us know if there's anything else that we can do it for you. So we take one project at a time, and we try to really educate our customer what is going to happen in their home. 95% of the customers appreciate that. Some of them, I just want you to go there, do your thing, and come out. I don't need to know all that. But the ones that wants to know are right there, we'll serve them with all the information they need, and we'll try to accommodate schedule according to the customer's needs as well, for sure. And we'll tell everyone that there's no small job. If you have a will for a custom side table, we can help you with that. Or maybe you want to renovate your basement, we can help you with that too. So.
Wow, that is so awesome. So final question, I cannot believe we're almost out of time. What is your dream for the future of M&M Stone Design and your journey together with your husband?
Wow, that's a strong question right there. He's going to hold me accountable for that. But I believe that what we're building, what we're creating on M&M Stone Design, we'll be able to recreate that in other business just like ours, because we know from start to finish. And also being part of that one business way back then that he was part of it, how difficult it is to really make it matters to our clientele and support the collaborators around us. So my vision, my dream is to be a reference. That one company, M&M Stone Design, they were reference on delivering a good project, taking care of their collaborators, and now they have something that we can replicate. And instead of suffering for 10 years, we can do that within 6 months or a year. I want to say that would be our hope.
Yay. Well, I'm going to join with you in that, that you get the desires of your heart. So how can we reach you? Where can we find more information about M&M Stone Design? Maybe all the different product offerings and maybe even care tips. Where can we find you?
Yes. So our website, simple, www.mmstonedesign.com. We have our online chat there. You can call us at 678-587-5416. Our beautiful agents will answer any questions that you have there. We are able to do sales over the phone. We've done that. If you prefer, you can come visit our showroom, which is over in our beautiful Lawrenceville downtown. I love the city here, being here for almost a decade, right here, very close to 85 North. So it's a good way to get here. Our address is 1075 Old North Cross Road in Lawrenceville, Georgia. And on our website, you will find our blog that we personally create and have created content that will help you, tips around the house on how you take care of your stone, how you take care of shower glasses. That's another product that we love working with, how you can use the space that you have in your home to replicate who you are from within. And there's a lot of information there that you can use it. And share it out loud, please, because that helps us, our business. We love to be referred.
Yes, absolutely. Loiny, this has been so fantastic. I've loved learning about the journey that you and Matos have taken in building this amazing business. I'm so excited for you as business owners and as a husband and wife couple partnering with God to develop something that's so impactful in the communities where you serve. Loiny, you were made for something great. So go and be awesome.
Thank you. Thank you for this. You were awesome.